I'm Dave Delgado. I'm a science and special education teacher in Mississauga.
And I am Mirjan Kristovic, and I'm also a science teacher in Mississauga, Ontario.
And we're going to do a video on why you'd want to use actor network maps. The learning goals are to understand what actor network maps are and how they can be used in science classes.
Actor network maps have their origins with Bruno Latour and Michel Calion in the 1980s. They were created as a means of analyzing complex issues in science and society. So an actor network map is a holistic approach to thinking and understanding science, technology, society, and environment issues. In Ontario, we call them STSC issues. It is a map of the connections that an object may have that are related to both its creation and its use. Sometimes these connections are hidden, and they're often influence each other. They can have a huge effect in our own lives, as these living and non-living items connected in a network influence our place in science, society, technology, and the environment. The power of an actor network map lies in the concept of depunctualization. Depunctualization means that a simple object like a cell phone is really a black box, as it has many hidden, non-living and living components that are connected in a web. So when I purchase a phone, I want a phone that is smart so that I can use modern apps.
So here in this example, we'll go through to illustrate these ideas. It often helps to break down an object into its component to reveal its connections. So here we have you, Mirjan, you're an average consumer, and the idea that you want to buy a smartphone. Well, to make that phone smart, it needs to have fast and efficient circuits to make it a smartphone. In this case, an ARM processor.
Modern electronics have come to rely on the element tantalum to make capacitors to keep electronics small.
And tantalum, unfortunately, is extremely expensive, at about $300 per pound for capacitor-grade tantalum and about $100 per pound for low-grade tantalum, and it's refined from coltan ore. Coltan, it's found in South America. One mine in Brazil is worth about 20% of the world's supply, Australia, and the Democratic Republic of Congo.
It probably is obvious by now that mining coltan is also extremely hard on the environment.
And you, let's say, as a person, are willing to spend, and this is also society as a whole, is willing to spend around $400 for all-day battery life, right, in the newer generation of phones. So to make that happen, you need cobalt. And because there's a consumer demand for cheap electronics, phone companies source cobalt and tantalum from the cheapest sources possible. The image on the left is of an 11-year-old boy named Daniel who's carrying a bag of cobalt ore in the Congo.
Notice how specific this map is, the actor network map. We're naming specific chemicals, technologies, and effects, how personal the map is, and how it can be used to explain hidden networks. So this here is an example of an actor network map that I constructed in my grade 10 science class to teach students about cell phones. I started like the one you saw on the previous slide, and I expanded it to make it bigger to include more components and networks, which I also color-coded.
So when students use tools like actor network maps, they become aware of how powerful entities in a network might be influencing them personally, such as this student who realized how large companies, in this case cigarette companies like Marlboro and Juul or e-cigarette companies, were actually working together to fuel his e-cigarette habit and affect his health. On the more practical side, some students may struggle with ideas that have this level of complexity. Or this student who was able to create a working prototype of an eco-friendly egg incubator. We think that real change happens when students work to change the network. For this to happen, students have to work to uncover how entities work together and to get multiple entities to work together to reduce harms.
For more information, watch the How to Make Actor Network Map video. The link is in the video description below. Thank you.
Thank you.